All right, our next section is all about horizontal number lines. So horizontal is across. So these are number lines that are going from left to right like this. Okay, and I'm going to ask you to just interact with your screen. For this, you don't necessarily have to write anything down unless you would like to. Okay, so our number line is partially filled in. First, what do you notice about this number line? Okay, hopefully some places that it stands out to you would be over here on the left where we go directly from -6 to -5. And over here on the right we go from 3 to 4. Those two areas can help you figure out that we are counting by an interval of 1. Interval just means what number you're counting by. You can count by 1s, 2s, 3s, 5s, 10s, whatever you need to. This number line is going by 1s. So please think about how you would fill in these missing integers. Okay, if we have figured out that we are counting by 1s, I know that I'm going to go from -6 to -5, and this number is between -5 and -3, and just like +4 is in between 3 and 5, -4 is in between -3 and -5. So then -3, -2, -1, and then that's our transition to 0, and then +1, +2, 3, and 4. Okay, from there we're going to pick out some specific integers. So 0.20, good, 0 is numbered, so it's right there. Then 0.2 -4, -4 is over here to the left, the negative side. And 0.22, 2 is the same as +2 over here on the right hand side. All right, let's do another one. So our number line is going to change. This time we only have every other line filled in. So we have -5, skipping 1, -3, skipping 1, -1, skip 1, 1, skip a number, 3, skip a number, and then 5. What do you notice here? You might notice that right now, all that we see are odd numbers. You might notice that right now we're counting by 2s, but since we're skipping a line, this one is also going by an interval of 1. So go ahead and fill in the missing integers. All right, this time I might want to start filling it in from the positive side just because my brain is more used to positive numbers. So this one, 5 and 3 in the middle of those is 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, -1, -2, -3, -4, and then -5. So then, again, point to 0, right here in the middle, point to 4. Okay, 4 is like +4 over here on the right end, and then point to -2. -2 is going to be 2 to the left of 0 over here. Okay, let's do the next one. All right, this time we have -7, then -5, a blank, -1, 1, blank, 5, 7, blank number, 11, 13. What do you notice here? Hopefully in each of these pairs you notice that we're counting by 2s. 5 to 7, so we skipped 6. 11 to 13, so we skipped 12, so we're counting by 2s. You might also notice that we're counting by odd numbers. So all the numbers that we fill in should also be odd. So go ahead and fill in the missing integers. I'm going to start on the positive side again, just makes it a little bit easier for me. So if I count 5, 7, 9, okay, 1 to 5. Okay, so I would do 1, 3, 5, 7, and then in between -1 and -5 is just like in between 1 and 5, but it's going to be -3. Okay, so now point to 0. 0 is not labeled, but it is on this number line. 0 is always in between -1 and 1. It's going to be halfway in between there. So this one is going to be 0. Point to 9. Positive 9 is marked. It's right here to the right. And then point to negative 6. Negative 6 is going to be in between negative 5 and negative 7, just like positive 6 would be in between positive 5 and positive 7. It's all the way over on the left. Okay. On to our next one. All right, this time we have negative 10, blank, negative 6, blank, negative 2, blank, 2, blank, 6, blank, 10. So you might be noticing that they kind of look like mirror images. We see a lot of opposites here. We see a lot of even numbers. Every number on our screen right now is even. Right? You might notice that right now we're kind of counting by 4s, right? 2, 6, 10 is counting by 4s. But since we're missing that line in that number in the middle, we're going to be counting by 2s again this time. So go ahead and fill in the missing integers. Right? Halfway between 6 and 10 is going to be 8, another even integer. 2, 4, 6. In between negative 2 and 2 is going to be 0, negative 2, negative 4, negative 6, negative 8, negative 10. Okay, again, go ahead and point to 0. Good. Why are we finding 0 every time? Think about that. 0 is really important for locating the center of your number line. That doesn't mean it's always going to be in the center of the segment that we see, but it is always going to be the center, meaning that it splits our negatives from our positives. So that's why we always find that one first. Then point to negative 8. Negative 8 is all the way over here on the left-hand side. And point to 3. Again, 3 isn't actually labeled, but 3 we know is right in between 2 and 4. So 3 would be right here on our number line. All right, I believe this is our last one. So on this one we have negative 12, blank, negative 6, negative 3, 2 blanks, 6, blank, 12, 15, and our last number is blank. What do you notice about this one? I notice that I have a mix of odd and even numbers, and probably the most helpful spot for me is right here where it goes from 12 to 15. That helps me see that this time we're counting by an interval of 3. So when I go ahead and fill in the missing integers, I'm going to start over here. 12, 15 plus 3 is going to be 18. And then 6 plus 3 is 9. Okay, we have 2 blanks here, so I'm going to do 6 minus 3 is 3. 3 less is 0. And then negative 6, negative 9, negative 12. So again, go ahead, point to 0 right here. Point to 3. 3 is positive 3 directly to its right-hand side. And point to negative 7. Okay, negative 7. I know negative 7 is in between negative 6 and negative 9, but negative 8 is in here too. So this one is going to be negative 7. This would be negative 8. All right, so we need to split 2 numbers in there, split it into thirds. And negative 7 is going to be closer to the negative 6 than it is to the negative 9. If you ever get stuck, you can draw out a full number line, and that will help you. Okay, so that is horizontal number lines. Now our next section, I am going to ask you to use your notebook a little bit for. So this next section is comparing. And you are probably used to these symbols, but just to review, these are called inequalities. We have less than. This one, if you make it with your thumb and your index finger, it kind of looks like an L. That's how you can help remember that that one is less than. Then the opposite direction is greater than, and then equal to can also be used to compare symbols. So compare the following integers using less than, greater than, or equal to. Negative 3 and 5. Okay. If we use our number line, we can think that we always want to be, the greater number is always going to be furthest to the right, but we also know that positive numbers are always going to be greater than negative numbers. So this one is going to be drawn this way. Remember, it's open, like it's going to eat the bigger number. So this is -3 is less than 5. Okay, 1 and -4. Again, a positive number is always greater than a negative number. So this one is going to be 1 is greater than -4. 0 and -10. Okay, so 0 is not positive or negative, but 0 is going to be further to the right on the number line than -10. So 0 is greater than -10. Now when we have two negative numbers, things might be a little bit trickier. So think about this, right? -2 and -6. If I think of my number line, right? If I have 0 over here, then I would have -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, and -6. Okay, the number further to the right is -2. Okay, so that means -2 is greater than -6. You can also think about it, would you rather be $2 in debt or be $6 in debt? I would rather only owe $2, so -2 is greater than -6. Okay, or you can use that number line to help you think about these. And -8 and -5, right? -5 would be right here. -8 would be even further to the left, so that means -8 is less than -5. Okay, now to go along with comparing, we are going to use what's called ordering. So ordering is just putting the integers in order from least to greatest. It's almost like putting them on the number line in order. Okay, so in this one, we have -1, 2, 0, -5, and 3. We want to start with least. So the smallest number in this list, the most negative, is going to be -5. Then our next negative number would be -1. Okay, we're out of negative numbers, so our transition piece is the 0. And now we go into positive, so 2 is our next smallest, which means 3 is our largest or our greatest number in that list. Okay, why don't you try this next one? 8, -6, -2, 1, and 4. Go ahead, put those in order on your own. This one should be -6 is the least, then -2, then 1, 4, and the largest is 8. Okay, here's another one for you. Okay, the least number on this one is -3, then -2, then 0, then 3, then 6, and one more. -4, -9, -5, 1, and -3. Okay, the smallest number here is -9, then -5, -4, -3, and that means our largest number is 1. All right, if you have any questions over number lines, comparing, or ordering, please talk to your teacher. Otherwise, go ahead and move on to your next task.